Most plants need sunlight to perform photosynthesis to create the energy they need to grow, but not all light falls equally. At one end of the scale is full sun, where light is abundant, easy to capture and convert into food. At the other end of the scale, where light is filtered, weakened or obscured, and it's difficult for plants to access it, that is also known as full shade. There are various free smartphone apps which can chart the passage of the sun with a given location and season. And I'm going to show you how I tackle shade in my garden, where square meterage is definitely at a premium. What will work in dappled light? The signature planting I chose for my backyard is my Pandanus tectorius. This is textbook dappled shade. It's not full sun for 6 to 8 hours a day, nor is it full shade. This tree has given me the opportunity to grow plants that I otherwise wouldn't have, and it's more hail resistant than a shade house. As it's matured, I've pruned and shaped it to preserve the morning light it allows in. The result is the base of the tree is now a perfect microclimate of bright light. Littered at the base, enjoying this light, is a motley crew of various potted plants and hanging baskets, bulging with orchids, cacti, ferns and bromeliads, strung up with wires into the branches. Now, if you don't have a feature Pandanus at home, think jacaranda. They're a classic example of dappled shade. And then there's other more challenging areas where there's no direct sunlight. That's full shade. Shade-adapted plants have evolved various methods to eke out a living on the darker end of available light. Things like growing huge ornate leaves to capture every tiny bit of light they can, or using windows in their leaves to refract and amplify light, or using particular colourful pigments to expand the type of light they can capture. Take this begonia, for example. Beautiful plant grown for its foliage, but begonias are forest floor dwellers, and at the bottom of the forest there's not much light. Begonias are one of a group of plants which exploit a purple pigment on the undersides of their leaves, and that makes them extra efficient at capturing sunlight which is bounced off the forest floor. I have a range of plants that thrive in the darkened corners of my garden. Everything from back-scratcher gingers to mattress buttons. But there's one that's got my begrudging vote for miscongeniality. I've become what I most wanted to avoid, a hoarder of bromeliads, because now I fully understand their irresistibility. They have such practical value. They're colourful and have a predictable growth habit. They don't go crazy with growth and they don't self-seed. My garden is a testament to their adaptability and resilience. These rosette-forming plants are available in every shade under the subtropical sun, and their internal water well means they can store their own water. They're adapted to growing under the canopy of subtropical forests, so they're an ideal fit for a dark corner that needs some visual interest. So if you've got a shady bed or border or pot, slip in a bromeliad or two. But be warned, it is a slippery slope and you may become a hoarder, just like me. An even bigger challenge is gardening in dry shade, where you're dealing with two factors, a lack of water and a lack of sunshine, which are really important for healthy plant growth. But fortunately, there's a couple of picks here which I can highly recommend. This plant is the crown of thorns, and it's not a plant I would have expected to enjoy these conditions. But as the Pandanus has grown, it's adapted, and it's now 20 years old. Its neighbour is this basket fern, and it's a plant that I've loved ever since I was a child. And you can see it's very happy growing here under the dry shade of this Pandanus cookii. It grows on rocks, trees and in soil, and this fern can weather drought. It gets by on local rainfall and the stingiest of sunlight rations. Don't let shade hamper your attempts to garden. There is something for everywhere. With the right plants and a little bit of planning, you can have a stunning display even in the deepest, darkest corner of your garden.